Welcome back, everyone, for another episode looking at the work of writer Ajmal behind the website, theborderoffmind.com.
Yeah.
And we're continuing our
commentary series.
Looking
at his writing.
Exactly.
We're exploring his thoughts.
And this week, we're going to be focusing on a blog post called Being Invited to a Child's World.
I love this one. This one's just magical.
It is, and I thought it was so powerful the way he talked about the experience of,
being invited
into a child's world. Like it's
like a whole other like a secret dimension,
and it made me think back to when I was a kid,
right,
and how different the world felt.
Oh, absolutely.
And this blog post kind of captures that essence of the wonder and the magic,
the limitless possibility. It's just
and he talks about his experience with his 3-year-old.
Yes.
And just simple things like how the child can turn a cardboard box
into a spaceship, a time machine.
Like just the power of imagination is
limitless.
Just incredible. And it made me wonder if you've had any experiences like that where
absolutely,
you've been invited into that world.
I mean, I have kids and I see it all the time.
Right.
You
kind of forget and then you see it again.
You forget and then you see it again and you're just like floored
by the simplicity of it.
Simplicity and the beauty, and it's like they're seeing the world for the first time with fresh eyes.
And he talks about
Ajmal.
He talks about how the child's honesty and openness can be so disarming.
Yes, so they don't have the filters.
Ask questions that like an adult,
right, they're not self-conscious,
wouldn't even think to ask, and
you just blurt it out.
It just kind of like shakes up your
absolutely, and it makes you question things that you've taken for granted.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so valuable to have that perspective. It's like a reminder to not take things for granted,
right, to keep that sense of wonder alive.
Exactly. And so I guess
like Ajmal says.
Ajmal, he talks about childhood as this fleeting period where reality and fantasy just merge. They're just kind of like all mixed up together.
It's all one.
And I think that's what makes it so magical,
Right. And it's so sad when we lose that, as adults.
Because we get so caught up
in the mundane and the everyday.
But this blog post kind of reminded me, that it's still there.
It's still there within us.
It's still there. It's just a matter of
tapping into it.
And I think,
spending time with children, letting them lead the way. And that's what that's what he talks about. That's his big takeaway.
And it's really inspiring,
It is.
Because it makes you think, like, how can we reconnect with that sense of wonder. In our own lives. And I think it takes effort, but it takes being intentional. Yeah.
And worth it.
It's so worth it. And so,
for everyone listening.
Yeah.
If you want to
explore these ideas further.
Explore Ajmal's writing.
I highly recommend checking out
theborderoffmind.com.
theborderoffmind.com. And, I think you'll find a lot of food for thought there.
Absolutely.
And, I think that's a good place to
wrap up.
To
leave people with that sense of
that little spark.
That little spark of wonder.
Of possibility. So until next time.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.